What's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me today. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like button because that is the most important thing you can do for me on this channel. What it does, that helps make sure that those who are subscribed to the channel and you get the notifications, and it also helps to push this video through the YouTube algorithm as well. Secondly, if you're new to the channel or maybe you've been ghost watching this channel for quite some time now, please do me a favor and yourself a favor by hitting the subscribe button as well as the bell notification next to the subscribe button so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. And lastly, please make sure you share this video out on your social media platforms to your family and friends to inform them on this news and information. And yes, that does also help to give me a slight boost in the YouTube algorithm also. And with the introduction out of the way, let's get into today's news. And man, politics is a dirty game. Politics is a dirty game, man, because once you get into it, all of your personal business, past and present, is revealed and comes to light. And one of the newest things that have been revealed and comes to light concerns Kamala Harris's husband, who got caught with his hand in a cookie jar, cheating with the nanny, and even got her pregnant. But not with Kamala Harris, with his first wife. Let's get into this news clip really quick before we get into a couple of articles concerning the response of Kamala Harris's husband, Doug Emhoff, I believe his name is, before we get into his ex-wife's commentary, as well as how this may be affecting Kamala Harris's campaign. But first, like I said, let's get into this clip here.
There's too much of toxicity. It's masculine toxicity out there, and we've kind of confused what it means to be a man, what it means to be masculine, where you've got this trope out there that you've got to be tough and, you know, angry and lash out to be strong. Just the opposite.
Uh-oh, Kamala's feminist husband got caught being a toxic male. The second gentleman fessed up to cheating on his first wife with the nanny, who he reportedly got pregnant. Senior national correspondent Kevin Cork has the details. Kevin.
Evening, Jesse.
Time out. I gotta zoom in. Why they do my man like this? He has way too much makeup on. I know this is off topic, but they put way too much makeup on his face. He doesn't even look like a real person. The guy looks like a Toy Story toy that came to life. He doesn't even look human. Why did they do him like this on Fox News? But anyways, let me back up just a little bit and let's get into what this brother had to say.
Senior national correspondent Kevin Cork has the details. Kevin.
Evening, Jesse. So the question remains, obviously, how does Mr. Emhoff reconcile his public statements about so-called toxic masculinity with his behavior that, according to reports, seems to have been, well, toxic? Now, according to the Daily Mail and other sources, the second gentleman reportedly strayed from his then-wife, Kirsten, with a blonde nanny named Naylor, who taught at a private school attended by the couple's two children. That affair allegedly happened over a decade and a half ago and, by some accounts, resulted in a pregnancy. A close friend with direct knowledge of the affair and pregnancy told the Daily Mail that no, Naylor did not keep the baby. Now, according to CNN, the affair was disclosed to President Biden's vetting committee about 4 years ago before he chose the now VP to run on the 2020 ticket. Obviously, it was not a deal breaker.
Of course, it wasn't a deal breaker, especially coming off of his son and how his son was getting down. Who was Joe Biden to judge? With the way Hunter Biden, he got with his brother Beau Biden's widow after his brother passed away from brain cancer. And it's alleged that he was already having an affair with her prior to that, you know, and then he went off on his, you know, drug-induced escapades from that point on, cheating on his former wife now because he's been divorced from her now for a while, cheating on his wife, you know, for however many years before they finally got divorced. Biden is not one to judge. So I get it. I get it.
In a statement, Mr. Emhoff didn't exactly come clean about the alleged affair and pregnancy, but he didn't deny the allegations either, writing this, quote, "During my first marriage, Kirsten and I went through some tough times on account of my actions. I took responsibility, and in the years since, we worked through things as a family and have come out stronger on the other side." Okay. Now, for her part, Ms. Naylor didn't deny the affair or pregnancy when approached by the Daily Mail at her home in the Hamptons, telling the paper, quote, I'm kind of freaked out right now. As for the VP and the presumptive Democratic nominee, no, we've not heard her address the rumors, nor has her campaign camp, that is, responded to questions about it, Jesse.
All right, well, the campaign hasn't really addressed anything.
That's true. Haven't even had a news conference, frankly.
Par for the course. Thank you very much.
Now, what I want to do is that I want to get into the response of the ex-wife, because the ex-wife actually put a brief statement out. So let's jump into what she had to say, right? Because, of course, she was going to have a little bit of something to say. Now, whether it's good or bad, let's find out. Doug Emhoff's ex-wife responds after second gentleman admitted to affair with Nanny. Man, okay. Got her pregnant and everything. All right, Doug. You did your thing, I guess. Second gentleman, Doug Emhoff's ex-wife, released a statement defending her ex-husband after he confessed to having an affair with a nanny during their marriage. And I quote, "Doug and I decided to end our marriage for a variety of reasons many years ago," Kirsten Emhoff told the Washington Post in a statement Saturday. "He is a great father to our kids, continued to be a great friend to me, and I am really proud of the warm and supportive blended family Doug, Kamala, and I have built together." So some supporting words came from the ex-wife. And from what I've seen, I'm not going to say that this is fake. I saw a photo, I believe it was not too long ago. Obviously, it was today, not too long. It was today when I was going through information surrounding this, where him, Kamala, and the ex-wife, they were all together. So, I mean, I'm not going to say that they paid her off and, whatever. I guess this is genuine. I guess this is genuine, I should say. I guess this is genuine. Emhoff admitted to having an affair with a nanny shortly after the Daily Mail published a report last week that the second gentleman had an affair with his daughter's nanny and got her pregnant. Come on, man, you got to wrap it up, bro. The nanny's close friend told the outlet that she did not keep the baby, but did not elaborate further. And to the degree that it's affecting the campaign, the Daily Mail reports this. But even though Kamala, 59, is said to have known, it has still left her unnerved and humiliated. And obviously, they're talking about the cheating that went on, right? So let me start that over again. The article is talking about how he cheated on his wife, yada, 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 his ex-wife. And then it goes on into saying, but even though Kamala, 59, is said to have known, it still left her unnerved and humiliated. Just 2 weeks after it became clear she would be the Democrats' 2024 presidential pick, according to an insider. She is trying to focus on rebranding her image, and this is the last thing she wanted right now. The Democrat convention is just around the corner, and the election is less than 3 months away, so any distraction has to be bad news. The article goes on to continue to read, but bluntly, it's not a good look. And Harris and her team know it. News of the affair has dominated coverage of the candidate over the weekend and sparked panic in her camp. Even a statement from his first wife supporting him did not help much. And of course, it wouldn't help much because at this point, the cat's out of the bag. And now everybody's judging you, especially when you're coming off an interview. I believe it was on CNN when you're, wagging your finger, talking about misogyny and toxic masculinity and what it is to be a real man. Bro, you cheated on your ex-wife with the nanny, your daughter's teacher. She was 9 years old. You cheated with your daughter's teacher and didn't even have enough just wherewithal and dignity or something to wrap it up. You ain't even come on, man. You just went up in it like that and blow. Okay. This is a family show. This is a family channel. We keep it clean over here. So we're gonna wrap this up. But like I said, politics is a dirty game, man. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty game. Once you get into it, all your business is put out there on Front Street. And there you have it. Kamala Harris's husband was out here dirty, messing around with the nanny, got her pregnant, got the abortion, then moved on to Kamala. We'll see where things go from here, and we'll see to what degree this affects the election or affects her campaign. But I have a feeling it's not going to affect it much. You know, that at this point in time, honestly, the information has came and went. And really, the reality is this: people don't really care about this kind of stuff. It's something good to talk about. It's interesting. We get to judge a man who was sitting there wagging his finger to other men. But at the end of the day, this really isn't going to have much of an effect on their campaign. Not in my opinion, but we'll see. And with all that being said, that does it for today's news. So I want to thank you all for joining me today. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Share this video out on your social media platforms to your family and friends. Like the video if you haven't already. And also don't forget to follow me on Telegram and Rumble. Both my Telegram and Rumble link will be in the pinned in the script. Both my Telegram and Rumble links will be pinned in the description box below. Let's try it again. Both my Telegram and Rumble links will be in the description box below and pinned in the comment section as well. Thank you all for your time. Until the next video, peace and have a great afternoon.